Red Sox baseball on Essence brought to you by Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. WB Macy, get free next day business delivery from your local hometown team. And by buyatoyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit buyatoyota.com. Sox in Toronto. The roof is closed here for game number 1, but a beautiful day outside as we toss it down to Jemai Webster. Jemai, I wonder, did everybody need a name tag down there as far as the coaching staff?
Yeah, they certainly did, Dave. It's been a rat race to get here and a mad dash to get to Baltimore first, and now for some of the other coaches who just joined us now here to Toronto as well. But manager Chad Tracy's coaching staff is beginning to fill out and looks a lot like this. Jose David Flores has now been named the interim bench coach. Today they added Pablo Cabrera to take over for him at first base. Jack Simonetti is the interim hitting assistant, joined with the rest of the group listed here. And Chad Epperson has his second game as a third base coach here tonight. I talked with him this afternoon about making the transition.
So grateful, you know, I mean, these opportunities obviously don't come around too often. But to be here with a lot of the players that I've had and Tracy has had as well, it makes it a lot more special, you know, and for me, it comforts me a little bit more knowing that I do have relationships with these guys and I'm not trying to build or earn their trust. It's already there.
So it's game 2 under the Chad Tracy era, but like Chad Epperson and all these other coaches who've joined us, is like the first day of middle school. Will be going from class to class for the first time, where you have to get to 5 to 6 different teachers and get to know everybody. But things are beginning to settle in, and when that first pitch flies, these guys will be ready.
I'm not the first person who's made this comment. Chad Tracy looks like Craig Breslow, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. I mean, a few people have mentioned that, especially get that hat on. Yeah, he does. Crazy 48 hours for him. There's no question about it. And as Jemai was just saying, this staff, I looked down there and introduced myself to a lot of people. I don't recognize anyone.
I'm telling you. A lot of brand new guys. You chat with Chad Epperson. He's very highly thought of as a coach and coaching third base on an interim basis for the Boston Red Sox now, as the Toronto Blue Jays have been beaten and battered this year. They take to the diamond. Here's a look at the Red Sox lineup, brought to you by Plymouth Rock. Jarren Duran in that leadoff spot, second straight day under Tracy. Contreras batting out of the 2 spot. Roman Anthony, the DH tonight. Wilyer Abreu in right field. He has really heated up. Durbin batting in the 9 spot now and playing third base.
Check out the Blue Jays pitcher. It's brought to you by WB Mason. They got their hands full with this man, 30-year-old Dylan Cease. You see the numbers. He's only 1-0, 2.10 ERA. Those 44 strikeouts, that leads the American League. And he comes at you with 98-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball, a slider that's kind of been unhittable. Let's get to something before you get to that, and then they'll mix in the other ones relatively even. As defensively for the Blue Jays, it's going to be Kazuma Okamoto at third base with Clement and Sosa up the middle. Vlad Jr. will be at first base. The outfield left to right will be Schneider, Straw, and Sanchez. Tyler Heineman does the catching.
Umpires tonight presented by M&T Bank. And Marvin Hudson has home plate. Brendan Miller at first. James Jean at second. And Ryan Blakeney is the umpire at third. We're available as telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. Red Sox have won 2 in a row. They have not had a 3-game winning streak this season. Coming in at 11-17. Think about this. Toronto has only 1 more victory than the Red Sox, but they have a lot of guys out because of injury that they're going to get back. In fact, it looks like George Springer will be back tomorrow, if not tomorrow, the next day.
Yeah, I think Kirk is out, Springer's out, Barger's out, Lucas is out, and he's just a little pest. So they got a few guys they're looking forward to getting back into this lineup.
Yeah, look there. Pablo Cabrera, the interim first base coach for the Red Sox. Many new faces as Jarren Duran gets in. 189 with a home run, facing Dylan Cease. And his first one will be ball 1 as we get underway.
I mentioned Cease. You can see foul power fastball 98. That slider. Guys hitting 2 for 32 off of it on the year with a ton of swing and miss.
Man, it's an unhittable pitch. Line into center field. Straw backs up a bit to make the play for the first out of the ball game. big giveaway here tonight in Toronto. Ernie Clement, their shortstop, is probably their most popular player, and they have a hockey jersey with his name on it. That's the giveaway. They were lined up 10 deep outside the ballpark tonight.
There had to be 30,000 people sitting out in the streets. We couldn't get in here. They blocked off the roads.
That was at about 4 o'clock this afternoon. First pitch swinging. Clement will dig it in short and throw to get Contreras. 2 up, 2 down.
He's going to kind of come at you with fastballs, and they're hitting it hard. And there you go. Here's the jerseys. They're Ernie Clement hockey jerseys, and George Springer took it another level. And we're going stick, helmet. We're going gloves. He fractured his toe. Be back soon.
Pretty good stick work.
Not bad.
Roman Anthony, 217 with a home run. His second straight ball game that Tracy's put him in as the number 3 hitter. Did walk yesterday against Baltimore. Of course, he's been walking a lot, but he's 0 for his last 6. And he'll take a ball outside.
A little changeup. Sox have hit a couple balls hard. That ball Duran hit was 107.9 off the bat. Another hard hit ball by Contreras. Be aggressive. You want to hit the ball hard. Just a couple quick outs.
Now Cease, the big free agent acquisition for Toronto, one of baseball's strikeout machines. 30-year-old spent the last 2 years in San Diego. Fouled off. 2-2. Last time out, striking out 12 Angels in Anaheim.
Got the hair going, brought the hair with him from San Diego. He's got the stash working. He's also got a 7-year, $210 million deal. Blue Jays took care of that early in the offseason. Struck out over 200 guys 5 years in a row.
2-2. Missed with that. Thought he had it. And no challenge on it. John Schneider in their dugout.
A couple fastballs. That's just off the plate. 99.
We're right back there, 98 miles an hour. We had a shot there of the Blue Jays manager, John Schneider. He does not know Chad Tracy. He hasn't met him, but he picked up the phone. He got his number, picked up the phone, and called him and welcomed him to the American League East.
Yeah, he said just pay it forward. No, guys did that to him when he got the job. He had an interim tag earlier in his career as well here in Toronto.
Classy move. 3-2. Spoiled again. Pouring in 4-seamers.
Yeah, fighting some things off here. He's been throwing great. The pitch count's anywhere from 90 to 110 season high, but not really getting deep. Get that pitch count up.
Payout pitch. And again fouled away. Roman's making it real tough on him. Wilyer Abreu would hit next.
I mean, they actually bumped him. He was supposed to throw yesterday, but he went 110 pitches. Struck out 12 against the Angels, but only went 5. He's done that a few times.
Swing and a miss. Went to that slider, which, as Lou mentioned, has been devastating. Ranger Suarez about to toe the slab here in Toronto. No score after a half inning.
Tomorrow, the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs returns to Buffalo.
Home of the American League champs. Here's a look at the lineup presented by Xfinity. Miles Straw at the very top. 316, Clement 321, Vlad Guerrero Jr. 340. Up against the left-hander Rangers Suarez 1-2 with an ERA right at 4.
Red Sox starting pitcher presented by BuyAToyota.com. Mentioned that Rangers Suarez hit 1-2 record, 4 ERA, had 2 outstanding outings before that last one against the Yankees. His pitching arsenal. He's going to work that sinker and changeup. Kind of off the plays. He gets one's challenge here. The cutter usage has come down in the last 2 or 3 outings after leaning on it heavily the first couple.
That will be a ball. ABS powered by T-Mobile, so the call is overturned.
First 3 guys in the lineup make you work. None of them strike out.
Yeah, particularly this guy. Strikeout rate of 7.1%. That is 4th in baseball.
Yeah, Clement coming up next. He's 8%. Vlad's another one. His top 3 make you work. Of course, Suarez not really worried about the strikeouts. More worried about off the end of the bat, ground ball, fly ball, soft contact. That's what he's all about.
3-1. A little dribbler toward third foul. Toronto playing better. You mentioned their record's not very good, 12-15, but they have won 5 of their last 7.
Yeah, a couple of series wins against the Angels, who are playing good baseball, and then Cleveland. So a couple good series wins there. The Red Sox just coming off one themselves, trying to make that 2 in a row. Both teams really fighting it early on in the year.
And tonight, Toronto's first game against an AL East opponent this year. Swing and a miss. Down he goes Hacken. We're just talking about Straw never striking out, and Ranger puts him away.
Oh, I love jinxing that. Check out the defense, brought to you by Car Shield for the Red Sox. Caleb Durbin's at third with Story Meyer up the middle. Contreras at first. The outfield left to right. It's going to be Duran, Rafael, and Abreu with Carlos Narvaez doing the catching.
And Clement, the man of the hour. Everybody wearing his hockey jersey today inside the building. There's not a seat to be had here.
Even up top, it's packed.
They have been drawing really good crowds anyway.
So I asked one of the kids, because everybody was there, I said, what are you guys waiting for? I said, Ernie Clement jersey. I said, how many? It's like 15,000. He goes, I'm probably not going to get one.
Yeah. And yet he was standing in line at 4 o'clock.
But I mean, there were that many people out there. It was. We got to the field. It took us about 30 minutes to find an entrance?
Yes. Swing popped up. Backing out Meyer. Marcelo under on the turf. He's got it. And 2 down.
Guys, I had the same issue that you did trying to find my way to the Rogers Center today, and that guy was in the line at 4 o'clock, and he wasn't getting the jersey because there were people in line at 12 o'clock trying to get that Ernie Clement hockey sweater. But I was like, what's going on here? And they said, yeah, it was a giveaway. I'm like, this is nuts. So it was a struggle. I had to walk about a mile just to get here.
Thank goodness you're in such good shape.
That is true, OB. I know you know it.
You are fit. Now here's Vlad Guerrero. You know that's just a matter of time. He's only 2 home runs. But a hot bat.
Yeah. Doesn't have one at home yet this year, but got 340 batting average. That's second in the AL. Been hot his last 16, hitting over 400.
This, of course, the scene of Game 7 of the World Series, a great World Series against the Dodgers. Toronto thought they had it won. Dodgers would win Game 7 in an all-time classic. Isaiah Kalefa on that team.
Yeah, obviously a big play at third, right? At home plate, rather. Had that short lead at third base. He talked about it in camp. It was just an organizational policy. They don't want you on third to get doubled up. They want you tight to the bag.
Swing and a miss. Down he goes swinging. Ranger Suarez with 2 Ks in the first inning.
Here's the pitch. Whoa, he caught all of that one. It is.
Welcome to the Surfside second inning. Red Sox coming up to bat. Wilyer Abreu. And that'll be Trevor Story and Marcelo Meyer against Dylan Cease. Pablo Cabrera, interim first base coach.
I haven't met him yet, but I saw him walking around. He was infield outfield coordinator this year in 2026. Was defensive coach down in the rookie complex league the last couple years.
I would love to know what's going through his mind tonight. The 1-1 and a pop-up. Clement into the outfield, says he has it. And Cease has retired the first 4 men tonight. 1 gone.
Well, it's a little, no question, it's a little bit strange. You know, even That's like Chad Epperson over at third, and obviously Chad Tracy, right? Your manager's a AA, AAA. You've had all these guys. There's a couple guys here now that have just been brought up from that rookie complex league just to kind of help behind the scenes, but he's actually at first. Allows Tracy to get Flores as his bench coach.
Trevor Story back in the lineup after being held out yesterday for the first time.
Flo and Tracy worked a lot together down in Worcester. Flores' first year last year was with here, but before that was with him down in Worcester, so they've worked together.
And Flores going from first base coach to bench coach.
But that's a new role too. He's zipping through videos. Usually he's at first base.
0-2 on Story. And with one down, the 2-strike pitch, you won't chase it.
There's that slider. 2 for 33 now with 18 strikeouts. Whiff rate almost 55%.
Unreal. Struck him out. He went back to 99. His second K tonight for Dylan Cease, and 2 away.
And that's the problem there, right? Because it's, oh, by the way, 99 to come with it. That's why you saw the first couple of guys, Duran and Contreras, you know, they got fastballs and hit it really hard. And gotta be ready for everything.
Marcelo Meyer. We check out tonight's home run odds presented by FanDuel, realizing that Dylan Cease has not allowed a home run. The Sox would love to change that here. Change up.
Yeah, battle of 2 kind of free agent pitchers on the market this winter. You know, Cease last year in San Diego had a 4.55 ERA, but under the hood, the numbers were still legit. Just sometimes just have bad luck.
Hard hit. That's fair down the line. That crashes off the side fence. Boy, if that had kept on going, it's an easy double for Marcelo Meyer. He takes a single with 2 down. A little bit unlucky with that little wall juts out.
Yeah, you want to get past that wall to get in scoring position here, but he jumps all over this heater at 99, turns on it. He can hit a fastball, boy. You're not going to get too many by him. A little unlucky there. Finally hit a ball hard. It's not at someone.
107.6 off the bat brings up Cedar Rafaela. 276 with a home run for Cedar. Red Sox trying to get on the board here against Dylan Cease in Toronto in Game 1. Last couple of games, hits are falling in for Rafael. He's 5 for 9, including a couple of triples. 2 strikes on him, 2 out. And got him to go. He struck him out on that slider. Side retired, 1 hit, 1 left in the second.
And since you bundled home and auto with 24/7 protection, you can hand all the worry over to us.
There's one goal aiming even higher to help unlock your potential. Learn more at TrueNorthBank.com. Dave Lewin-Jemai with you to the bottom of the second inning in Toronto. Kazuma Okamoto, the third baseman, 29-year-old from Japan. He was a 6-time All-Star, 3-time home run champ for the Yomiuri Giants. And so far he's hit 5 home runs. He does have impressive power.
Yeah, you're talking about BP, just dead center over batter's eyes. Second level.
And in fact, he hit 2 in their last series into that WestJet flight deck in straightaway center field. It's a shot. He's going to hit this one very high, but not deep to right. And Wilyer Abreu camped. He's got it. And Ranger has retired his first 4 men tonight.
Yeah, we mentioned both these lefties, free agents, just go about it differently. Right, and you pay more for strikeouts. That's kind of where Dylan Cease is. I mentioned the strikeouts. They just go about it. Rangers looking for missing barrels, trying to limit pitch counts, get deep into games. Cease is trying to strike you out.
Lenny Sosa, second baseman, 224 without a home run. Suarez coming off a loss to the Yankees on Wednesday, gave up 4 runs in 4 1/3. Before that, he had a string of 14 consecutive scoreless innings.
Yeah, he looked locked in. That Yankees, though, they jumped all over this cutter and changeup. He had 9 balls, hard hit balls off of him. That's the highest he's had since the start of last year in a game. Remember, he didn't last long either.
Now, when he's been good, he's been very, very good. When it's gone south, it's usually pretty fast. 0-0 game in the second. And a pop toward right along the line. Willier looking for room. Finds something. Makes the play. Just a little sliver down there into foul territory. That's where he was to make that catch. 2 down.
And this is kind of more like what you want to see out of Ranger. Ray does a nice job getting there, knowing it's going to come back. It's kind of what you saw more so last year out in Philly. Just getting through lineups, getting guys to the ball off the end, chase a little bit.
Jimenez, the DH tonight, steps in at 360. He's played in 10 games. Bases empty and 2 down. As Lewis pointed out a couple of times, the name of the game for Ranger Suarez is weak contact. Weak ground balls, pop-ups. When he's going well, check swing foul, 1-2. But again, some numbers that are up big time for him. Barrel percentage, hard hit contact.
Yeah, that 31.1, that was #1 in baseball.
And Jimenez will get time from Marvin Hudson. Peyton Tolley on the mound tomorrow night at 7:07. And in there to catch him looking. Name of the game tonight for Suarez is strikeouts. Already 3 in the first 2 innings.
Dodger Center in Toronto still scoreless in the third, and you guys mentioned Jose David Flores, more affectionately known as Flo, named the interim bench coach for the Red Sox today. He'll be helping a lot, according to Chad Tracy, while continuing his work with the infielders. Way back in 2021, Flores was the bench coach for the Woo Sox, and he worked with Tracy in that capacity before joining the big league club in 2024. Tracy called him a great baseball man, said he's one of his closest friends, said the combination of those 2 things is huge. So naturally, guys, this was a perfect fit. Also of note, Parker Gwynn, who was the Red Sox bullpen coach, he has moved into the dugout to help with challenges and things inside the dugout as well. So a few moving parts over the last 2 days for the Red Sox as they get ready or get into this transition.
Jemai, thank you very much. Still got to be a strange set of circumstances for Flo, right? That pitch outside a ball. Narvaez with a 5-game hitting streak. So he's kind of coming back to life with the bat. 6 for his last 16. Durbin on deck, and then Jarren Duran top of the order. Boy, put him away with the slider. That'll be strikeout number 4 for Dylan Cease, who leads the big leagues in strikeouts per 9.
Well, it's not only just good action on it, but the location of it's been right there the whole time. When he's getting these strikeouts, he's throwing it just off the plate. It's not like he's hanging any at all. Like, it's can't really do much with that.
Durbin hitting 169. Puts it in play to first. Guerrero gobbles that up. 2 down.
Talking about some of those numbers on Cease. I mean, like I said, the location of the slider is filthy. The action on it is filthy. The results are there as well.
Jarren Duran 0 for 1. Hit the ball hard and flied out to center to start the game tonight. He's done well against Toronto in his career. 48 games, 292, 907 OPS, 9 home runs against the Blue Jays. And a strike.
Yeah, and it's been a week now with this toe tap thing and no big leg kick. The hands are higher and it's not perfect. It's baseball. It's still going to be hard, but it doesn't look as wild, swing and miss as much as we saw with that leg kick. Now it looks like the hands are even lower. If you remember, they're kind of way out in front of him. This looks like it's almost just off his shoulder. Tapping that shoulder. Another adjustment.
And a swinging bunt up the first base line. That'll kick foul. The third baseman, Okamoto's way off the line towards short. You can tap one inside that bag and have an easy double. Contreras on deck.
This is why I always say, like, as a hitter in the big leagues or any kind of hitter, no matter what level you're at, you have to be your own hitting coach. You have to know what gets you going. You have to know what you need to do, what your cues are, because at any given point, the hitting coach could be gone. This whole hitting department, there's a few guys here that stuck around, but you got to know your own swing.
2-2 from Cease, and struck him out on a changeup that time. So he has everything going tonight. Strikes out 2 in the inning. Now Ranger Suarez really sharp. He has fanned 3 already, 6 up, 6 down, going after Jesus Sanchez, the only left-handed hitter in their lineup tonight. 266, 4 home runs.
He's always got that had big time power down in Miami.
In for a strike.
Yeah,
that's unusual. The way he looked back at the umpire, Marvin Hudson.
I think he might have even yelled "ouch" before it even got in there.
I think you're right. That's what that sound meant. He thought he was going to get hit.
Yeah.
0-2. Wave and a miss as he spins around. He strikes out. Another K for Ranger Suarez. Strikeout machine tonight.
4 strikeouts after that first reaction of the curveball. Why not show him another one? And he did a good job burying it, right? You don't want 0-2. You don't want it in the zone. Still got a lot of power. They got him this offseason for Joey Loperfido down in Houston after they acquired him last trade deadline.
Davis Schneider, the left fielder, hitting just 140. Looked like he committed, and he did. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 4 strikeouts for Suarez. Season high is 6. Did not offer on that one.
Well, he faced him once last year. Remember the Phillies? He went 7 scoreless, 5 hits, struck out 6.
Red Sox 10-1 when their starting pitcher goes 6 innings.
Well, you're hoping to get a little bit of a run. And he lost that last game against New York. We all know Tolley was electric. Struck out 11 and 6. That was followed by Crochet. That was followed by Early. Start doing it through the lineup.
2-2. Red Sox scheduled to start a lefty in 4 consecutive games from Saturday through tomorrow. Consequently, we see a lot of unusual lineups against the Red Sox lefties.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams that maybe you don't get that big left-handed bat in that lineup. We have 4 of them, keeps a bat or 2 out of it.
3-2. It'll be ball 4, and they have their first base runner on the walk to Schneider. Tyler Heineman, the catcher, next. He is a switch hitter. So far, the pitching on both sides has been exceptional. Heineman 205 without a home run. The catcher, and he takes ball 1. Ranger looking for that double play ball. Fires in a strike. By the way, Chad Tracy with that win yesterday. His first major league managerial win. Yesterday was his 500th career managerial victory between the minor leagues and yesterday. His dad, who was a longtime major league manager, was in attendance. So he got to celebrate with his pop. Also celebrated with a beer shower, courtesy of the Red Sox after the game. The end of a very, very strange 48 hours. And the 2-1. Ground ball to short. Story to Meyer. That's one on the first. Double play. Red Sox turn 2. Ranger gets the twin killing.
This.
Tune in tomorrow at 6:30 for Red Sox Game Day Live. It's presented by Plymouth Rock. You get the latest Red Sox news plus a full preview of Peyton Toley's start against the Blue Jays. It's only on NESN Plus and streaming on NESN 360.
Looking forward to that. The next one for Peyton Toley. First one was amazing. Contreras 0 for 1. He's grounded out to short. Red Sox have one base runner. Marcelo Myers single.
That one tomorrow too. Trey Savage making his season debut after starting the year in the IL. So a couple of good young righties, or righty and a lefty.
We mentioned Wilson's great numbers in Baltimore. We showed you that yesterday and replayed the home run. Pretty darn good numbers career against Toronto too. 22 games, 6 home runs, 19 RBIs. Two-1. That disappeared. Nobody has been able to figure out how to make contact against his slider. I don't mean tonight. Anybody this season. Two-two and a line drive base hit into right field on the fastball. So Wilson is aboard, and a good start for the Sox in the 4th.
Yeah, that's just good hitting. Sometimes, you know, some guys you mentioned, he hasn't given up a home run all year because sometimes he forces guys to just do this, right? Give you a little bit of chance trying to cover everything. The slider, we've seen a pretty good changeup, mainly to the lefties. Just take that heater and hit it the other way.
Roman Anthony struck out in the first inning. Lou, as you're watching him now near the end of this first month, what has to change for Roman to lock in as we saw him at the end of last season before he got hurt?
Well, I think his timing is still off. He's seen a lot of breaking balls, and he's struggling with them. And he's getting a lot of fastballs to hit and fouling them back.
They're going to challenge.
Call him ball.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Heineman the catcher. And that is a strike.
So
A strike.
when he is getting fastballs to hit, you have a lot of foul balls, like straight back. I feel like teams are attacking him away with heaters. He's sort of just giving them free strikes, looking for balls close to him, and then after missing some fastballs he wants to hit, they throw that off speed below his hands, and there's some swing and miss there.
1-2.
They're really attacking he and Marcelo very similar with breaking balls and off speed. Both of these young kids can hit a fastball and the numbers show it. And if I can see it, they can see it, right? So this is what the league does. They can be ruthless and just attack.
No score, 4th inning. Contreras aboard. Lined into left field, well hit. Schneider will move over and make the play. Racing back into first is Contreras.
And that's a good swing, right? That's, again, for the guy like this here, but more importantly, got on top of a fastball here from Cease, on top of the zone at 97, puts a really nice swing on it. and drives it. It just happens to be right at Schneider.
Maybe the Red Sox hottest hitter at the moment is Wilyer Abreu again. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a pop to short. 5-game hitting streak. That after hitting 118 through 9 games as we struggle to go 4 for 34. He's heated up again. Throwing that changeup. 1-1.
It's a good changeup. Mentioned before last year, the big hole for him was he hit 187 against four-seam fastballs and saw him 43% of the time. He's closed that up here a little bit, a lot more successful. First look at one there, but a couple of changeups at him early to try to speed that one by him.
He came in having struck out 44 through 5 starts. It's a Blue Jay record for the first 5. 1-2 down low and a block by Heineman. Trevor Story on deck. Well, you think about the impact changing managers has made at various times. Think about 1989 when the Blue Jays started the season 12-24. They replaced Jimmy Williams with Cito Gaston. They would rally to win the American League East. 2-2 and a good hold up there by Wilyer. The Red Sox can only hope. But that was dramatic. A string of outstanding teams back in the 80s and early 90s here.
Yeah, it's. I remember too, and Joe Kerrigan. I mean, he took over for Jimmy Williams when I was there, but that was a little different. We weren't exactly fans of him. But I mean, people are fans of Tracy and Epperson and John Farrell. Actually, when he had left and Torey Lavillo took off, if you remember, that's when Mookie took off and Jackie took off. A lot of your young players, because they had a minor league manager, a guy that they were really comfortable with. Not saying they weren't with Cora, but
well, you can be more comfortable with another guy.
Well, you know, you're in the minor leagues with guys like Epperson and Chad Tracy, and you come up and it's Alex Cora. You know, it's a big league staff. It's a big league manager. And you're rookie. Sometimes you relax a little bit as a young. We saw it. Like I said, Torey Lavillo kind of felt like brought the best out of that young core that you had.
Yes.
They really got clicking when he took over.
Trevor 0 for 1. Red Sox have something going on here. First and second. One down after the Abreu ball 4. And you had better capitalize on the opportunities you do get against this guy. And Cease delivers ball 1.
Yeah, that's a really good at bat from Abreu. He laid off of 2 swing and miss sliders, right? That are just strikeout pitches. Take advantage of this.
1 man out.
That fastball, that's, you want trying to pull that thing. He's always at his best. Takes that heater up in a way that could have been a right center, especially with these sliders coming now.
Popped up, and the catcher Heineman moving into foul territory to make the catch. 2 gone. So Marcelo Meyer, who did rip a base hit his first time up. It was only the side fence that kept that from being a double. We'll try and salvage something in the inning with Contreras at second and Abreu at first.
We'll see if he gets another fastball here. That changeup's been really good for him. Seen him throw a couple of curveballs in there as well to lefties.
He will miss for ball 1. As you said, he can hit a fastball. Got off speed on the first one. They lead at first and second. Line drive at a base hit center field. Here comes Contreras rounding third. Straw firing home. It will not get there, and the run is in. Marcelo Meyer 2 for 2 and drives in the first run of the ball game against Dylan Cease.
Well, there you go. There's that breaking ball. We just put those stats up there. You know, how's he going to attack him? They know the numbers. They're not going to give him a fastball to hit. This was just a spinner. I think that was a slider. Did absolutely nothing. It was the worst one he's thrown here all game long. He doesn't really throw a cutter. He just stayed in the middle of the zone. Marcelo hits this ball hard right back up the middle.
Yeah, got a bad slider. Sedano for 1 with a K. First and third.
No tap. He wanted to. 34 challenges for the Red Sox. 17 have been overturned. That's off. Toronto 59 challenges. They've had 30 overturned. Already had a couple here in this game. Yeah, the reason I know it's early, it's the 4th inning, but still, it's first and third. You got Dylan Cease on the mound here with 2 outs. You got an opportunity to get another one up. I'd rather be 1-0.
2 down, 2 on. Would not go after that.
You know, I mentioned it yesterday too, right? The conversations the Cora had with Tracy and Camp had a lot to do with ABS. Because Chad Tracy has dealt with it down in AAA. You know, this team hasn't exactly been aggressive or great at it. Is there any philosophies or thought process he can help with this group?
Two and 2 on Sedano. Red Sox, by the way, 10-5 when they score first. Now, there's one thing that's gone right.
They're finally making him work this inning too. He 34 pitches after 3. 25 here in this 4th.
Packed house here at Rogers Center. Sox have the early lead. And a 2-2. Well, he breezed through the first 3 innings.
34 pitches through 3, and now you got an opportunity here to get Meyer moving at first base. Full count, 2 outs.
He takes off, and a ground ball yanked to Okamoto. Will throw him out. The Red Sox on the board first here tonight in Toronto on the base hit by Marcelo Meyer.
Heading on the right.
Back in Toronto, Red Sox on top 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. And after an emotional day for really all 26 guys in the clubhouse yesterday, Trevor Story was one, and he got the day out of the lineup to sit with his thoughts on the managerial and coaching changes after sharing his shock and displeasure to us in the clubhouse guys and his desire to have an additional conversation with Craig Breslow. Story told me today he had that talk with Breslow, said the details of that conversation will remain between them, but he told me that it's part of the process, having those tough conversations. He said they did hash it out. He said whether you agree or disagree, at the end of the day, we both agreed that we want the Red Sox to win.
Would have been tough to have that meeting yesterday with everything going on, the press conferences and everything else.
Yeah, that's part of it. I know a lot of people getting some of the comments out of that clubhouse. I mean, I guess they could have got in there at 8 o'clock or so, but when you have a 1:35 game, we're talking about meeting at 10:30. Hey, listen, yeah, I still have a game to play. I got to go in the cage. I got to look at some film. I got to go over this pitcher, this lineup.
Pop foul here by Straw down to right field line, out of play.
So you can't have an hour-and-a-half meeting at 10:30 to express everything. It all happened too quickly. If it was a night game, probably have conversations. So today, you fly in here, you have all day. There was a lot of conversations today with Breslow or Eddie Romero and the representatives that are here, and it happened really quick. They did middle of the night or midday.
Yep. Fly ball yanked into left field, but Duran right there. And Suarez continues to mold him down. They'll get Ernie Clement next, who's 0 for 1 with a pop-up to second. We saw the sign from a Red Sox fan thanking Alex Cora and Jason Varitek. Just got to say this. We were around those guys, around Jason Varitek on every single bus trip to the airport for the last many years. Nobody worked harder than that guy. High fly to left field, bringing in Duran. And therefore the second play, out number 2. And what happened. All I'm saying is Jason Varitek was the same coach as he was player for the Boston Red Sox.
I don't think he can be anything other than that.
He cannot.
No.
Vlad Guerrero Jr. to climb in. He struck out in the first inning. And he will take a strike. Hitting .403 last 16 games. Base is empty.
And I'm glad Trevor had an opportunity to talk to Breslow today about it.
Batter's challenge and call a strike.
We got another challenge here.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Call confirmed strike. Toronto has 1 challenge left.
Heineman got a couple overturned, but not that one. Straw got 1 overturned as well. He'll have 1 left. But I mean, Story's a veteran. Right? He's been here longer than anybody else. He opted in this offseason for the next 2 years.
Swing and a miss, and strike 3. Well, he's piling up strikeouts tonight. That was a 9-pitch 4th inning. Inning 5 powered by Salem 5 Bank. Red Sox had 1-0 here in Toronto. To put together a 3-game winning streak for the first time this year. Ranger Suarez is matching Dylan Cease strikeout for strikeout.
Yeah. So you get paid for strikeouts. You might be like, I'm underpaid. I got how much more than me?
Narvaez struck out first time up, going up the middle. Backhanded by Sosa, off balance, and made a good strong play to get Carlos. 1 down.
Yeah, nice play. I think got it off the end of the bat a little bit. You see that spin the minute it hits, and Sosa backhand throw. Maybe different runner down first, beat that thing out. But a nice play by Sosa.
Caleb Durbin 0 for 1, a ground out to first. Red Sox have 3 hits and Toronto 0. Dylan Cease signed a huge contract at the age of 30 to come here to Toronto out of Milton, Georgia. And deals a 2-0. And that's going to be ball 3.
He's not happy with that, apparently. I don't normally see pitcher kind of throw his hands up. I mean, you see it. But he's done it a few, 2 or 3 times here so far in this game. That ball's up.
Yeah. So was that. Ball 4. So he's walked a couple of men. Walked 1 last inning. That was Willier. And he puts on Durbin. Top of the order, Jaron Duran.
Yeah, the Blue Jays came right out of the gate, didn't they? They signed Cease in the offseason. Signed a couple other guys. Rogers, the reliever, is really good for them. Ponce, the starter, that's out for the year now towards ACL. Then they end up getting Okamoto.
Duran a strikeout and a fly to center, 0 for 2.
But this was the big ticket. Bring this guy in this rotation. See some of those additions. It was good. I felt like they just jumped on people early. Everybody gave them the win for the offseason.
Fouled off.
Lost Bichette. Went with Okamoto.
Bichette, one of the many New York Mets, is now a Met. Got off to a slow start.
Some tough markets to get off to slow starts. Tough markets.
You ain't lying.
Especially in getting paid.
New York, Philly, Boston.
Seen it here.
Durbin, a base runner at first. He'll dive back in. Red Sox were very aggressive in Chad Tracy's first game. He said before the game he wanted the Red Sox to lean into their athleticism. And they stole 4 bases yesterday in Baltimore. Durbin not running, and that'll miss. 2-1.
Did he want that one? He put his hands up, didn't he? You wanted this? What are we talking about? Yeah, you better go talk to him. Holy smokes. I mean, he's missing by a foot, wanting it all.
Heineman out to calm him down a little bit.
Yeah, you should. Good talk by Heineman. But, you know, Trace talked about it, too, and said, listen, we want to be aggressive, but we still want to be smart about it. Like, you know, Heineman throws the ball real well behind the plate. Talked about Basayo having a big arm, too, but the pitchers were slow to the plate. You know, you time these guys, they have all the numbers. You're 1-4, 1-5 to the plate. The time you lift your leg to the ball gets to the catcher, we're running all day long. You're 1-1-5, 1-2. It's going to be tough to steal a base. It's sometimes just a math equation. So they find the right matchups, they'll be aggressive, but you're not running an ouch just to show you want to do it.
1 down, 1 on. Durbin with the lead. Hot shot to second. Sosa to Clement. On to first. They won't get him. 2 down, and Duran a runner at first base.
There's that changeup too. He sat on it, hit it really hard, just kind of rolled over on it. Was able to beat it up. Clement knew he had to be quick. Throws off the bag. A couple balls he's hit hard.
106 miles an hour off the bat. Contreras is 1 for 2, a single. He scored the lone run tonight. Sox have homered in 4 straight games, by the way. Longest streak since the end of August last year.
A couple of those off a position player, but you know, in a few days we'll forget all about that.
Well, clearly I already have. 2 down and up high.
I think this is a spot here if you're Duran. He gives you some different leg kicks to Cease, but he can be slow to the plate as well. You're taking a shot here with 2 outs, I think.
Jarren Duran 5 steals. Staying put, fouled away. 1-1.
A couple of those sliders now we're talking about missing over the middle of the plate. Remember the first 2 or 3 innings piling up those strikeouts? They're right where you want them, 2-3 inches off the dish, down and away. Now we're seeing some in the middle of the plate. That was a good one to hit.
He threw a flat one to Marcelo Meyer and he hammered it. Duran taking a big lead, jumping off the bag, not going. Misses again. So Cease has not been razor sharp these last 2 innings. He's thrown 12 pitches in this inning and only 4 in the strike zone. He goes to 3-1 on Contreras.
Let's see what they do here. 3-1. Sometimes you start finding out about philosophies of managers. Some managers like, no, 3-1. I don't want you to feel like you have to cover the base stealer. I want you to look for one spot and hit it. Not every strike is meant to be hit, so they kind of hold that runner, but we'll see.
Duran staying put and in there for a strike.
And that's the perfect example. Maybe 3-1, you're looking for something because you know if it's a strike here, 3-2 will get a free one, right? He can take off now on the pitch.
Full count on Contreras. 2 down, Duran running, and it's dribbled foul. He caught a piece of his foot or his leg. And Wilson is in pain.
3-2 slider. Ooh, right off the toe. We got the shin guard. We got the inside guard. We're covering, you know, the inside of the shin, the ankle area. What we don't have is the tip of the toe.
Waves off a trainer. He's a former catcher.
Yeah, you can handle it. Doesn't mean it feel good though.
Oh. Red Sox ahead 1-0 in inning number 5 against Dylan Cease in Toronto. Here's his 3-2. Oh, he got him, hit him. And that's going to put runners at first and second. It was a painful at bat. And he's on again.
At least that one got the equipment. Looks like right off that elbow guard. He's still feeling the toe. He's not even feeling this. This is that's off the equipment. That little elbow guard he's got.
6th time this year he's been drilled. So 2nd inning in a row, Red Sox giving themselves an opportunity. They capitalized in the 4th with a base hit from Marcelo Meyer to chase in Contreras, and now with 2 on, here comes Roman Anthony. Put a good swing on it last time up in the 4th inning. Hit a line drive out to left that Schneider caught.
Good take there. A lot of times you get up here, your 3rd at bat, scoring position, you find out how they want to get you out too. First pitch breaking ball. You got to come in at some point.
Duran and Contreras with their leads, and that's down and in.
This is what makes Roman what we saw last year, right? You lay off a couple of tough pitches to get to 2-0. Now you got to start doing damage on the good pitches to hit.
2-0. 2-1.
Looked high to me. We don't have the box up here. We've talked about that many times, right? I know back home everybody can see it, but that's a strike.
Play on and thrown into center field by Cease. Duran is up and running into 3rd, and down to 2nd goes Contreras. Cease tosses it into the outfield. 2nd and 3rd.
A little spin move timing. Really kind of spins just out of control and lets it go. Look at this, almost blindly just sort of spins his head and throws it. It's a little bit off here. You really got to take advantage if you can right here.
A base hit could mean 2 right here with 2 down. 3 balls and a strike. Abreu would be next. Cease has not given up a home run this season. I've got a ground ball. Cease goes tumbling, can't find it. The run scores. He flailed at it with his hand and came up empty, and the Red Sox lead it 2-0. Cease took a nasty tumble on the turf.
It's been a rough inning. I mean, he's kind of all over the map right now. Complaining about balls a foot out, throwing the ball to center field. And this one here just kind of out of control. This is just a little comebacker, and he slips and falls and tumbles and tries to barehand it, but right there he slips with that foot, so when he comes off, he's just kind of wondering. He's trying to figure out what's going on here this inning.
That'll be a base hit.
Oh, will you take that and an RBI to go with it, Obi?
Yeah, his 5th. Any day against this guy. Contreras down to 3rd. Remember, he was hit on the guard but fouled one off his toe. Getting his lead at 3rd, and Roman Anthony at 1st with Abreu about to step in. Willier has popped up and drawn ball 4. Cease came in with an ERA of 2.10. Right now he's just trying to get out of this inning. And strike 1. Chad Epperson, the new interim third base coach. Managed Portland since 2022. And a block here by Heineman. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Cease hasn't given up more than 2 earned runs here so far in its 6th start. But look at that pitch count. Hit 35 after 3 innings. Talking about cruising. 49 and counting here. Last 2.
A ball and a strike to Wilyer. And a shot to right field. Sanchez back. It's off the glove. 1 run is in. Anthony churning around third and now heads on back. And an absolute rocket there by Wilyer Abreu off the glove of Sanchez as the Red Sox tack on another and lead it 3-0.
Oh, another changeup. Boy, they're really sitting on this changeup. And that ball was hit really hard. Sanchez almost made a beautiful catch. Sox get a little love there as it pops out of that glove to get you that 3rd run. Anthony rounding third base hard. Epperson holds him up. I think it's a good call. An opportunity here to get a couple more from Trevor.
The Red Sox have Dylan Cease on the ropes. Story has struck out and popped up against him in this one. He does have 1 career home run against Cease.
Well, every heater he's seen has been away, sliders away, and then they come with the pitch he's been looking for, right? The heater down and in. 3rd at bat.
Boy, another labor of an inning for Dylan Cease, 2nd in a row. 2 men in scoring position. And pop down the right field line out of play.
This inning's been a little wild, huh?
Yeah.
Well, he had a little comeback and it was right back to him, but he lost his footing and he's stumbling all over the place. Sanchez, the ball comes out of his glove. He'll take it all day long. That's what you need to do or happen when you're facing a guy like this.
Oh, 2. And he pinned it on the edge, but Trevor wants to challenge.
Batter's challenge and the call is strike.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Ball's overturned, ball.
I missed that strike zone square. They took it away from us.
You
We
know
can't. People back home can see it. We can't. They're
see
very
it.
paranoid. They don't want anyone to see it in the ballpark. I'm so high up. They think I'm going to give them a signal to do it.
I hope that changes. It's been overdone. You get to see it at home anyway. 2nd and 3rd and a 1-2 coming. Cease against the Red Sox in his career had an ERA over 6 coming into play tonight. So Red Sox have had some good games against him. A lot of walks.
They did face him last year. 6 innings, 2 runs out in San Diego. Struck out 7.
Story hanging in. Activity in the bullpen. Chase Lee, the right-hander. One-two pitch to Trevor Story. He's swinging a high pop to center. And Straw underneath that will make the catch. But the Red Sox grab 2 more runs. They lead it 3-0 in the middle of the 5th inning in Toronto.
On Friday night.
There's Matt with this. How do you like that?
He is going to be fun to watch.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
The big fella loves it.
Well, midway through, Red Sox leading in Toronto 3-0 over the Blue Jays. Ranger Suarez has been outstanding. Contreras staying in. A little bit hobbled there after the pitch off the toe. Or right back out to play first base. Okamoto is 0 for 1. He's flied to right. His nickname in Japan, Big Oak. Hit 250 home runs there with the Giants.
Yeah, last year just played 69 games, hit 15. He's been swinging it. His last 9 games, 9 for 27. He's got 3 of those 5 home runs in that span.
Dropped in for a strike. 2-2. The only base runner so far tonight for Toronto, Schneider, taking a walk with 1 out in the 3rd. That's been it.
The Ranger is just pitching. Using that 4-seam fastball. It's only 91, but you can just see the reaction of the hitter when he zips in there for a strike. Like, it's just by them. Like, they're looking for a curveball, changeup. Cutter has been used well.
2-2. Trying to sneak that over the inside. And a full count.
Only 1 hard hit ball here through 4.
The lefty's 3-2 pitch. Hot shot, diving play, Durbin. He's up and skipping it over there. He got it there in time. Heck of a play by Durbin at 3rd. He steals a hit.
That's good reaction here. This ball is hit hard to his left. Look at this little step, hop, dive. He gets up and just wants to get rid of this ball quick. Use the turf. Probably didn't want 2 hops, probably wanted 1, but got the job done. Wilson can handle it over at first.
Sends up Sosa, 0 for 1, a fly to right. Peyton Tolley tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And Brian Bale will go on Wednesday, which will be a day game at 3. And a fly ball. Out goes Mark, coming on. It's Abreu, and Willier makes the catch. 2 down. Stack has 3D, powered by Google Cloud.
Ranger Suarez is 5 strikeouts here now through 4 2/3. You see that cutter? He's kind of up and away here to some of these righties, but fooling them with it. Changeup down in the zone, curveball, of course, down in the zone, and it's really been a master class here so far from him.
Jimenez struck out looking first time up. Blue Jays went 8-5 against the Sox last year. En route to a magical run to the World Series in the 7th game. Talked to a lot of folks, fans around town here in Toronto. They really feel like they should have won that World Series. They were so close. Right on the doorstep.
Well, they probably should have. I remember coming here end of the year, they kind of were a mess. Sox took the first 2 games. You're wondering if they were going to hold on, and Yankees are going to pass them in the division.
3-0 in for a strike.
They won that last game. I think it was a Varsho home run. You could almost just see the team just breathe again. And then they went out and clinched the division over the weekend and just took off once the postseason started.
Swing and a miss. It disappeared. Good breaking ball. 3-2, 2 down.
3-1 curveball piece.
Again, George Springer will be back during this series, they believe, off the IL, so they're starting to get healthy. 3-2. He got him, struck him out. What a performance so far for Ranger Suarez. 6 Ks, and he gets him 1, 2, 3 in the 5th. Underway in the 6th inning, and a strike on Marcelo Meyer, who's had a good night at the dish. 2 for 2, had an RBI single in the 4th. Red Sox lead at 3-0 in the 6th. He's going back out there despite a couple of very rough innings. Last inning in particular.
We certainly shortened this outing up. 91 pitches coming in. This will be 94 here. Okay, this is going to be it. Might as well not let him get 3 outs. Surprised he didn't want that.
It has at times been a puzzle to pitches he's kind of pleading for that are nowhere near the plate. Foul back, 2-2. You know, he hasn't been the strikeout machine tonight that he has been in previous starts, like his last one when he fanned 12 in Anaheim.
Gave him an extra day here too.
2-2. Left that one downstairs. A lot of deep counts last couple of innings.
His miss has been bad now, right? First 2 or 3 innings he was on point.
Marcelo looking for his 3rd hit. He'll be on for the 3rd time as he takes ball 4. Pete Walker, the pitching coach, he's on the horn there. Now, for a limited time, Rodenheiser is offering an early season comprehensive AC system check for only $89. Schedule yours today. We'll bring up Cedar Rafaela, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a grounder to 3rd. Red Sox have out-hit Toronto 5-0. And a lot of traffic for Boston the last 2 innings plus. And Dylan Cease with an 0-1 pitch. And a line drive in left field. That's down for a base hit. First and second. Red Sox have had that each of the last 3 innings, first and second against Cease.
See if John's going to stick with him. Looks like Pete's just going to go have a little chat with him. But again, this slider that we've talked about, obviously a very difficult pitch, one of the best in the game. He's just, the location has just been off really in the last couple of innings. And that one there kind of left it down and in, missed his spot. But Cedar just continues to just kind of swing in control. I'm not saying he's not chasing, because he's getting a lot of hits out of the zone. When he gets hits out of the zone, nobody complains. But he's using the whole part of the ballpark, and he has that ability to make contact out of the zone. It's just he's finding the barrel more.
Another crowd tonight here in Toronto, a sellout, 41,785, packing the house. They haven't had one single hit to cheer, thanks to Ranger Suarez. And I'll bring up Carlos Narvaez, 0 for 2. Red Sox looking to add on some more, ahead 3-0. Showing a bunt, drops it down out in front of home plate. It's going to be ruled a foul ball.
Well, all over the place right now. It's just Red Sox want to be this team, but you have to execute it, right? We've seen the last couple of bunts really not go well. Get this thing down to third base, make the third baseman field that baseball. That way they can't get the lead runner.
He's usually a good bunter. Guerrero charging in from first.
A little inside move just to see if Narvaez shows bunt. That helps the infield out a little bit, but he doesn't bite.
Two on and nobody out. Pulls it back. He didn't offer to throw down a second, and not in time.
You gotta be careful there. One dart do too much. We saw this the other day. If you remember, Cedar tried to bunt for a hit, and it was Abreu who got caught off first base. And I get it. It's not his job to get to third base on time. It's Narvaez's job to put the bunt down in the right spot. If it's a bad bunt, it is what it is. So do your job and see it in the ground and get there.
1 ball, 1 strike. Takes it back again, and it's 2-1. Marcelo began the inning with a walk. Cedar with a base hit. Caleb Durbin has made a tremendous defensive stop on a hard ground ball that looked ticketed for their first hit. 2-1 from Cease. Soft one, a slider at 88. 2-2.
You get into a better count, 2-1. You take it off. A lot of times managers will take it off thinking, okay, if you're going to bunt, I'll give you a heater. at 98, maybe I'll get you to bunt it pretty hard, and you could buy the hitter a fastball. Just that he went to that slider.
Two and two now. No bunt. And a ground ball at short. Clement flips to Sosa on to first and a double play. Meyer into third. 2 down.
A lot of times that's why you do want to bunt, right? You get out of this double play situation. This is when you got to get a teammate to pick you up. You know, Caleb Durbin, give me a little 2-out knock here and feel a little bit better about it.
He's grounded out. He's taking a walk tonight. Runner at third and in there for strike one. So 105 pitches for Cease. It's obviously going to be his last inning. Red Sox have scored 3 times off him. Strike 2.
Batter's challenge and call a strike.
Durbin with a challenge.
Remember, his high strike zone's a little bit lower than most. Still got it.
Call is confirmed. Boston has 1 challenge left.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
1-1's definitely a better count to face this guy than 0-2, that's for sure. I don't mind it. Trying to get one more on the board here. We're late in the game. You still got 1.
2 strikes on Durbin. Little floater over the shortstop's head. That's going to dunk down for a hit. Another run scores. Meyer in to make it 4-0.
That's a big one too. You know, 0-2, you just lost the challenge. He comes at you with this slider, but the location is just been off too much of the plate. You know, 0-2, look at that. It at least has some white to it. I think earlier in the game that was about 3 inches off. It gets a swing and miss. Durbin, nice job staying through it and getting that big 4th run.
That's a thing of beauty.
Yeah, it is.
Mantiply coming on will take the break, and that's only 5 strikeouts for Cease. That's a season low.
Tomorrow the Bruins face the Sabres in Game 5 of the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Pre-game coverage begins at 6:30 and the puck drops at 7:30. It's only on NESN, streaming on NESN 360.
Well, Red Sox have knocked the starter Dylan Cease out of the ball game after just 4 2/3 and piled up a 4-0 lead. Mantiply, the next pitcher, Joe Mantiply, in his 9th appearance, 1-0, 3.72 ERA.
He's not going to blow you away, but a little delivery here, 3/4, but the fastball is about 89. Changeup, curveball. Big ground ball guy, 62.5% ground ball rate. Get the ball up and drive it.
Jarren Duran 0 for 3, but he has scored a run tonight. And he'll look at a strike.
0 for 3, hit first time almost 108 off the bat, and the last time 106 on a ground ball. Hit the ball hard twice.
Durbin a decent lead. Not going. Took a step back and it's inside. 7 hits for the Red Sox, none for Toronto. Two down and a 1-1 to Duran. That's high.
That's that curveball. That's just big swing and miss pitch to lefties. Way up.
Red Sox opening up a 3-game series against the Blue Jays here tonight. When they come back to Fenway again, Durbin running and a liner into left field, hit another one hard. Schneider going back, dives and makes the play onto the warning track. And Duran has hit some bullets. Nothing to show for it. How about this play?
Another ball hard, slicing away from Schneider. It was a beautiful catch. Wow.
First pitch in there for a strike on Jesus Sanchez as we get the bottom of the 6th inning underway. Red Sox 4, Toronto nothing. The only base runner the Blue Jays have in the game, Davis Schneider. He took a walk in the 3rd inning against Ranger Suarez. A little bounding ball. That is fair down the line. It'll keep on rolling for their first hit. Duran will dig it out up against that side fence, and Sanchez rumbles into second with a double.
First hit he's given up. A little four-seamer really just kind of fights this thing off. Look at this. Durbin's way over in that hole, no chance. Gives it a bid, but tries to keep it to a single. And you got 4 on the board. Keep attacking. Nothing changes.
Little son of Schneider made a terrific diving catch on a warning track that saved a run. He took a walk. As mentioned, was their only base runner until the Sanchez double. They had their first hit. Heineman on deck. That drops across for a strike. It's going to be a challenge.
Call a strike.
This one way away.
Always overturned for the ball. Toronto still have 1 challenge.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
We're going to go, what, 6? Challenged.
A high number tonight, and that'll miss for ball 3.
Yeah, you get back into it here. Bottom 3rd of the order. This little 3-1 pitch in there and execute.
Rangers 3-0. In for a strike. Three-1. Past him. He's fan 6 in the game.
Yeah, a lot more of that in this game that we have seen previous. And by that I mean swing and miss.
Also struck out 6 against the Cardinals in St. Louis. And there's number 7. You get Schneider for the 7th K. 1 down.
Good curveball, comes all the way back, gets that 3-1 by him, and then there's so much confidence pitching with. They can throw anything where he wants right now. Check out his arsenal here through 5+. It's sponsored by New England area Audi dealers. Right in that fastballs, right? Because the other stuff he's using enough to make that fastball look a lot harder than it is. Both the 4-seam and the sinker. There you go.
First pitch strike on Heineman, who bounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the 3rd inning. Weissert up in the pen. Fouled back. 74 pitches. Are you surprised to see Weissert up?
Yeah, I am still, like 6 innings. This has been master class, though. He's got 10 swing and misses. That's season high, 36%. He's 17% in the year. He doesn't get a lot of swing and miss.
0-2 fouled away. I'm surprised to see anybody up in the bullpen.
You know, a lot of this sometimes you watch a guy go before that game. You're like, third time through the order, you're going to see this straw Clement Guerrero up top. But really, what is it? It's really about Guerrero and Okamoto. Maybe that's where that Weissert comes into play.
Oh, just got a piece of it. Miles Straw on deck.
Straw and Clement aren't exactly power threats. Guerrero, Okamoto are.
Toronto with their first hit. They've got a base runner, and that's a wave and a miss. Heineman went fishing. Down he goes, strike 3. And that is 8 tonight for Ranger Suarez, who's just been outstanding.
It's curveball again. that's just. I mean, that was really never on the plate, right? You started off in that even behind him, and it gives you a wow. I think he was wondering why he swung at it, but you'll take it.
Top of the order, and Miles Straw, one of the tougher strikeouts in baseball. And he fanned to begin the game for Toronto. I guess that was the tip. This was going to be a very different night for Ranger Suarez, who is not a big strikeout guy.
Season high.
And a 1-0.
Last September, Suarez had 12 strikeouts with the Phillies in a game. That was career high.
2-0 in for strike. He's been an outstanding postseason pitcher in his career with the Phillies. Some of the best performances of his entire career have come in October. And the lefty's 2-1. Not a fly ball, right field. Abreu on the move, but there, and that will do it. Nothing comes of that first hit. Still 4-0. Restaurant, top half of the 7th. Red Sox 4, Toronto 0. And Contreras swinging at the first pitch, flies that one down the right field line and out of play. Also with a base hit. He's also been hit by a pitch. He has scored each time he's been on. And he'll be followed by Anthony and Abreu. So it's 2-3-4 for the Sox. Game 1 against the Blue Jays. First meeting of the year. Liner, but fouled again. Oh, 2. Red Sox took the series in Baltimore over the weekend. First series win in a couple weeks. And down he goes. Spun him around with that changeup and struck him out. One away in the Red Sox 7th. CVS proud to be a part of Red Sox Nation and all the communities we call home, delivering trusted care, everyday essentials, and support that goes beyond the prescription. Learn more at CVS.com.
Red Sox have yet to win 3 in a row this year. Trying to accomplish that tonight.
Cracked foul.
And you know, if they do that, Dave, we call that a winning streak.
That's an actual winning streak.
Yep.
Chad all smiles at the moment. A 4-0 lead. He's got a terrific pitching performance tonight. 0-2. Waved at and missed for strike 3. So Roman fans for the second time and 2-away.
That's just this breaking ball. That's a strikeout pitch to lefties, and that's a good spot, good location. Unable to kind of fight that one off and try to live for another day, get another pitch. Still fighting it.
Willier rocketed a double off Sanchez, the right fielder's glove, last time up. He's also drawn a walk tonight. Ranger had him no hit until the 6th inning. The 1-0 bounding ball toward the middle. Gobbled up by Sosa. He's not going to get him, though. He's safe at first. A play very slow and developing, although not for Willier Abreu, who beat it up that line, and the Red Sox have a base runner.
Now this ball's hit, pretty good up the middle, but just a bad angle by Sosa. You can't go that far into center field and expect to make this play off a guy that can run a little bit. Got to make more of an angle towards second base, try to cut it off. He just really sat back on it too far, too long of a throw.
John Schneider coming up and going to make a change. He's going to bring Lee in. to pitch to Trevor Story. Red Sox with a man on and 2 down in the 7th and ahead 4-0 at Rogers Center.
Aren't as absurd as you think.
Red Sox baseball on NESN brought to you by Nissan. Shop NissanUSA.com today and powered by Salem 5, the bank that challenges you to make your move and stays with you every step of the way. On this date in 2002, Derek Lowe, a no-hitter against Tampa Bay. 97 pitches, led the league in saves in 2000. Pitched well in relief for the Red Sox in 2001. His conversion to starter off to a good start.
D. Lowe. Starting, closing. Great golfer. He did it all.
Big game pitcher.
He sure was.
Chased Lee out of their bullpen.
Kept you on your toes, too, boy. He caught it and threw it.
Love those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Love them.
Tech had to go like last sign with him when the guy on second base back when we did it. Because just to try to slow him down. If he did first sign, he'd go through signs. But the minute he saw the first finger, he would just lift the leg and throw it.
There you go.
Tech would still be giving signs as he's delivering.
A fly ball right field for Sanchez to retire the side. 1 hit, 1 left. Middle of the 7th, 4-0 Sox.
Taco Bell's Let's
Torres pitching line presented by Ace Ticket. He's just been superb. Ace Ticket with the best seats at the lowest prices. A little pop up off first base foul for strike 1 by Ernie Clement. It's his hockey jersey night. That was the giveaway. And the building is packed. But Suarez has silenced them.
Sure has. Only 2 hard hit balls here in this game through 6 innings. That's more like it.
Popped up, looking for a play here. Contreras, a long run, but that's into the dugout. A sliding attempt there by Narvaez. 0-2 on Clement. Seventh inning. Clement's riding a 10-game hitting streak, and he's without a hit tonight. Two popped up. This one's going to be caught right there on top of that on deck circle. Narvaez with the catch. I remember Jason Varitek on a slippery night, kind of a damp evening, slipped on one of those, fell and cracked his elbow.
Yeah.
One of those portable on deck circles. Remembering the captain. And thanks to Alex Cora, Red Sox fans here tonight. And down, and the bases are empty for Vladimir Guerrero, and he'll look at a ball downstairs. He's fanned 2 times against Ranger Suarez tonight, 0 for 2.
Yeah, Rangers curveball is really getting a lot of swing and miss, and this cutter like up and away to righties. He's gotten him a couple of strikeouts as well.
Little pop off first base. Contreras ranging over, has plenty of room. He's got it. 2 down in the 7th.
Well, I tell you what makes a new manager, Chad Tracy, happy is having performances like you've gotten the last couple of nights from Early, from Ranger. Make some of those decisions in that bullpen a little bit easier, right?
No question about that. Nobody warming. Weissert was up throwing last inning, which was a head scratcher, but Suarez at 87 pitches.
Yeah, I think that was more of, lead off double, hey, just in case. Remember, he went 3-0 to Schneider before he got him, so it's, a walk there, a base hit there. Vlad's around the corner. I think it was just more of, hey, just get up there and get loose just in case this thing snowballs.
Season high is 93 pitches. Closing in on that, 89. But has just been outstanding. He's allowed 1 hit. Shot toward the alley, but on the move, Cedar Rafaela to make the catch. 1, 2, 3 they go on a 9-pitch 7th inning. Red Sox ahead 4-0. 8th inning. Chad Tracy got in the win column in his first game as the interim manager in Baltimore in the series victory, and well, he got an excellent pitching performance out of Connolly early. Ground ball behind the bag. Guerrero will flip to the pitcher. He gets there for the out. First time Marcelo's made an out tonight. 2 singles and a walk, and he scored a run.
Well, I tell you, Ranger Suarez showed him going through that dugout. Did not look like a guy that's done.
He did not want to be touched by anyone.
No, same routine. Had 90 pitches through 7.
Didn't want a handshake, a high five, or a pat on the back.
Went 8, right? 8 scoreless. That outing against Detroit, that was 93 pitches, but total command here today.
Cedon is 1 for 3 with a single. Red Sox knocked out their starter, the tough Dylan Cease, after 4 2/3. Really made him work.
They did. Of course, you matched it with great pitching on the other side. He was dominant for 3 innings, and that's how you have to beat somebody like that. Try to just wait him out, and he kind of lost it in that 4th and 5th.
2-1. Red Sox 8 hits, Toronto 1. Went to hold up, but he went with the swing. 2-2.
2-1 little slider. Yep. Lee, low sidearm. They got Rogers out there too. He's even lower than this guy.
And put him away. 91 miles an hour to strike out Cedon Rafaela. 2 up, 2 down in the Red Sox 8th inning.
Thursday, May 7th. Be one of the first 7,500 fans to enter Fenway. You can score Garrett Crochet bobblehead. It's presented by Mike's Amazing. 5 different designs going to be handed out at random, so get there early. Grab your tickets now at redsox.com/promotions.
Narvaez 0 for 3. Carlos has struck out, grounded out to second, and hit into a double play. And the base is empty.
Carlos riding a little 5-game hitting streak. We'll extend it here.
0-2. When the Red Sox come home from this trip and play their next game, we will be in the month of May.
How about it?
Next Friday, series with the Houston Astros.
They seem to be a different team than when we saw them earlier in the year. That lineup was turn the clock back. Struggling lately.
0-2. Well off the plate. Except for the big fella.
Well, he's
Yordan Alvarez.
Can't get him out.
One-two. Hammered foul. Tomorrow night, Peyton Tolley, after a spectacular performance in his season debut at Fenway. That is on NESN Plus, by the way. Ran right by everyone to the backstop. Richard Suarez getting ready to go back out again for an 8th inning. There's a shot driven out to left field. That's deep. That's sailing back, and it's out of here. Home run, Carlos Narvaez. And that was a bullet. His second home run of the season. Red Sox lead it 5-0 in Toronto.
That's 5 straight games now the Red Sox have homered in. Carlos gets a slider up in the zone. fought off a good fastball, fouled it off, and just got a bad pitch here from Lee. This thing was a line drive. It got out of here quick.
Red Sox home run presented by your New England area Audi dealers. It's to Weir Wally, 5-0. All of a sudden, the Red Sox are hitting some home runs.
5 straight games. See, that's that slider, just left it up. That's number 2 in the year for Narvaez. Now a 6-game hitting streak. A few of those up and down here. Little hitting streaks from Meyer. Now 6 games. Narvaez 6 games. Offense definitely waking up here the last 4 games.
Durbin will lash that one foul. He's 1 for 2 with a base hit that drove in a run. Also made a spectacular diving catch to keep the no-hit bid alive for a little while. Narvaez crushing that. Homer number 2 for Carlos. And this is about the quietest 42,000 you're going to hear.
Because they can get loud too.
Oh, when they're hot, this place is packed. It's a great building. Popped up, looped to short, and a nice running catch by Clement. Very graceful play for out number 3. But the Red Sox on the board again. It's 5-0. For the 8th inning, Red Sox up 5-0. A foul ball by Sosa, who's gone 0 for 2 against Ranger Suarez, who has just been spectacular tonight. You look at him by inning there, total of 91. He's had 6 innings tonight, 6 out of the 7, where he's only faced 3 batters.
We said this when the year started. Ranger, sometimes he can go out there and just look like it's a walk in the park, right? Just locate, keep guys off balance, get some weak contact. We saw it a couple times already this year, and I'm feeling like we're watching it again.
It's like he's playing catch. Sosa 2 flies to right, came in hitting .224 without a home run. Stacked the lineup with right-handers. They'll tag that one foul.
Yeah, he's just in good rhythm too. He definitely doesn't need a 15-second pitch clock. I mean, he's delivering the ball in about 10 seconds. Kind of just gets the ball back, gets the sign, throws it. Love playing behind a guy like that.
Yeah, he's always waiting on the hitter. Sosa gets in with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swung on and missed, and down he goes. Strike 3. He's got himself another one. That is 9 strikeouts for Ranger.
4-seam fastball there, just elevating top of the zone, just by you.
So he puts away the first man here in the 8th inning, and here's Jimenez. Suarez has fanned him each time tonight. He's 0 for 2. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. And the lefty's 1-strike pitch. 1-1. Pretty much just gets it and throws it. He's ahead again, 1-2.
Got everything working. Location on the 4-seam, the sinker. That cutter's been elevated. A lot of times up and away to righties. A couple times he's coming in now, but that curveball's been fantastic tonight.
Trying to get to double figures in strikeouts. Can do it with a strike right here. The 1-2. Left it down. Trying to strike this man out for the 3rd time in a row. And a 2-2. With Ranger, it's usually about ground balls. It's about weak contact. Tonight, it's been about the strikeout. 1 down, 8th inning. Here's 3-2 to Jimenez. Swing popped him up. Off third foul. Durbin with space to make the play. He's got it, and 2 down. Exactly 100 pitches for the left-hander.
Just doesn't give in. That was a 3-1 changeup. Got Jimenez way out in front of it. You really can't, not allowing anybody to really sit on anything right now. He's throwing everything for strikes.
His career high is 112 pitches. Sanchez has whiffed, and he's also doubled. He has their only hit in the game. Little chopper in the 6th inning to lead off that frame and break up the no-hit bid, but that's how close to a no-hitter Suarez has had.
Wanted to go out and talk to him. I think that was Suarez that was saying, no, no, no. I got 2 outs here in the 8th. What do you want to come out and talk to me for?
He falls behind here 2-0 on Sanchez. The only lefty in their lineup. And the 2-0 pitch fouled away. Ranger trying to square his record at 2-2. He has been in total command. Fouled off. 2-2. So the next pitch will be 105. And will it be the last one he throws tonight? The 2-2. And in there for strike 3 as he gets to 10 strikeouts. A magnificent performance tonight for Ranger Suarez. He gets him 1-2-3 again here in the 8th inning. Time for a strong play to game presented by New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Well, he's got 10 in the day. These are his last 4. Really a couple of good curve balls. And then just kind of freezing guys with 4-seamers. That last one, Sanchez. It's just a beautiful performance. 8 hits, 8 innings rather, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts, and on the phone with Aroldis Chapman out in that bullpen. Just talking it up. Not sure what that conversation was about.
I'm sure there were a lot of flowers from Aroldis in there for a strike. And Jaron Duran attempted to go, Mr. President, thanks so much for calling. Really appreciate you taking the time. Just a terrific effort, man. 1 hit in 8 innings.
1 walk and quickly erased it with a double play ball.
Yeah.
And it was just an inside out squibber that got down that line and an infield shifted over.
It's another thing the Red Sox are suddenly getting is very good starts. Crochet early, Suarez in succession. Bayo, of course, was not good, but before that, Peyton Tolley was really good.
Yeah, 4 out of 5, and that's how you got to do this thing. We knew it coming in.
Tommy Nance out of the bullpen. Jaron Duran's just been unlucky tonight. He's hit the ball in the screws several times.
Yeah, 108, 106, 104. 0 for 4. He could use a broken bat hit right here.
Schneider, the left fielder, laid out, made a great catch to rob him on the warning track in the 6th inning. Red Sox got their runs, a run in the 4th inning, 2 in the 5th, another run in the 6th. Weissert and Moran working side by side in the Sox pen in a 5-run game.
Jaron's lowered those hands even more so now, just off that shoulder, hitting the ball hard tonight. Always tinkering with things. To me, it's not about the hands. Hands can be high, hands can be off that shoulder, but the toe tap just looks like he's in much better control, making better decisions.
2-2. Ground ball to the second baseman. Sosa will gun him down. 1 down in the 9th. And now a word from Echo.
It's time to go yard. Echo, power on and on.
Wilson Contreras to climb in. He has scored 2 of the runs tonight. After a base hit and getting drilled by a pitch. Big swing and a high pop up into left. Okamoto, third baseman, right along the line to make the catch. 2 down. Roman Anthony will climb in next. Roman's fanned a couple of times. He's also lined out to left and has an infield hit. A crazy looking play in the 5th inning where Dylan Cease sprung off the mound on a little bouncer on the first base side and fell down, went sprawling.
Yeah, they don't even out usually as quickly as that. When you line out and hit a rocket to left field, then get a little gift, as the pitcher kind of falls down, you'll take it.
Take it to strike. 1-1. Sox have out hit the Blue Jays 9-1. Including a home run by Narvaez. And Sox are beginning to hit some home runs at last. And a right-hander's 2-1 pitch. He runs it to 3-1.
Hey, you can see good signs here in this offense. Whether it's good quality at bats, good hard contact. This guy's the missing piece.
Batting out of the 3-hole for the 2nd consecutive game in a 3-1 pitch. Will fill up the count.
Saying that's where they go to sometimes to get that free strike against him now. You know, 3-1. We're looking to turn and burn on something, but they just locate a heater outer half.
And the payoff to Roman. Lost the handle on that a little bit, and that's ball 4. So Anthony on for the 2nd time. It comes with 2 down here in the 9th inning, and means Wilyer Abreu will get another opportunity. This is a very good thing for the Red Sox, the way he's swinging it again. A double, a base hit, and a walk tonight.
He looked really good. Had about that 6-game span where he struggled and swing got a little long. He's back locked in again.
And Heineman will head on out to the hill. Red Sox trying to rip off 3 straight wins for the first time this season. Jumped on the shoulders of Ranger Suarez tonight. 8 one-hit shutout innings with 10 strikeouts. And flirted with a no-hitter into the 6th inning. And the first one to Abreu. Maybe looking back over his handiwork tonight. All those fast innings. Lifting into left field. That'll drive back Schneider. He is all the way to the wall there to make the catch. Wilyer is locked in. Suarez certainly was. The Red Sox trying to put this one to bed, up 5-0.
Look closely at this truck.
Red Sox baseball on NESN brought to you by Subaru of New England. Love is what makes Subaru. And by Plymouth Rock Auto and Home Insurance for Boston sports fans. And back in Toronto, it'll be Weissert to come on to work the 9th inning. Time now for the Ford.com/local call to the bullpen.
Weissert making that 13th appearance, now leading the team. Only 4 walks with those 16 strikeouts in 10 2/3.
Piniaco will be the pinch hitter. The first one to him, ball 1. The Sox tonight, 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. for Toronto. Nothing across on 1 hit and 1 error. Bottom of the 9th, game number 1. That's a cross for a called strike, 1-1.
We're talking about Weiser on that third base side of the rubber because he wants more deception towards righties, and that's worked. 156. But lefties are 6 for 11 off him. You can see now he's on the first base side of the rubber versus this left-hander.
Little pop-up. Story drifting out. Still backing up. Called off by Cedar Rafaela. The Gold Glover makes the play. 1 down. So Weiser gets his first man. Now the number 9 man, Heineman, who's gone 0 for 2.
Still on that left side of the rubber. Heineman, switch hitter.
A lot of 0-fers in this Toronto lineup this evening, courtesy of Suarez. One away and the 1-0 ground ball to Trevor Story. Plenty of time to get it there. 2 fast outs in the 9th. And Varsho will hit for Miles Straw. Red Sox trying to make him the last man to swing.
Those things we were talking about with all these lefty starters. You got a guy like Varsho who can hit the ball in the ballpark. Jimenez, another guy out of this lineup, although he's hitting lefties very well this year too. See what they do tomorrow with Tolan. Just a threat.
Don Varsho at 230 with 3 home runs. Outstanding outfielder. One-0 pitch, a late cut, 1-1. Rangers Suarez got them 1-2-3 in the first and the second. He walked a man in the third, but immediately got a double play ball, so they faced 3 men in the third. Shot out to right deep. Abreu back. Not going to get this one as it crashes into the wall. Varsho will get into second base standing up with a double. And just their second hit all night, and both of them doubles.
Just that slider down middle of the plate. Right down the middle, but down. Just too much of the dish. Varsho able to get a good piece of that one. Cedar does a nice job being there on that ricochet.
Ernie Clement 0 for 3. He's popped up, fly down, popped up again. Red Sox leading at 5-0. Weiser trying to preserve a shutout. Red Sox have not shut out the Blue Jays in this building since June of 23.
And now with the righty up, he goes back to that third base side of the rubber as Weiser.
Runner at second. And fouled away for a strike.
I've seen too many pitchers do that. Go back and forth. He was always from the third base all year, but again, lefties having their way of him this year, so now he gets back over on the other side. First the righty.
Clement has a 10-game hitting streak on the line. And he'll pop it up. Contreras ranging. He is there. He makes the catch, and the Red Sox win it. For the first time this season, they have won 3 consecutive games. A brilliant pitching performance out of Rangers. Suarez, 8 innings, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts.
Well, much like yesterday, the offense did enough. It was good to see. Grind out against one of the best in the game, but this was really all about Ranger Suarez. I mean, it was a walk in the park. He made this thing look early. Wasn't a lot of hard contact. He throws in 10 strikeouts as well. And the Red Sox now have won 3 straight.
And 2 in a row under the interim manager, Chad Tracy. This Red Sox win presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. And stay tuned for WB Mason. Extra Innings Live. TC and Lenny will break it down An impressive win tonight in Toronto, and Jemiah will be chatting with Carlos Narvaez with a big bomb tonight. That and more coming up after the break.